Hello, this is Hailey Cat, and this video is about the decision I made for Sunrise at WhisperFalls. As you may have noticed, the entire series is unlisted and cannot be accessed unless the video is already in a playlist that you have, or if you have a link to one of the individual videos from the series. This was a decision that I took a while to reflect on and make, though I feel like it is the best regarding the reasons that I will list in this video, and it feels most authentic to me as a person and to the content that outreaches to not just this channel, but to any work that I do later in my life. First of all, I think it's important to note the rough ending of the series. From an audience perspective, I had been teasing releasing the finale for about a year, so it definitely comes off as odd to have waited that long for the finale of the series. From my team's point of view, I was also dealing with some mental health issues, so it was a bit of a weird time. And I would say that leads me to my first point of growth as a person and as a director. I made a lot of really important decisions about the people I wanted to work with at the last minute, where I did not speak up and hold my team members accountable for certain comments, whether that was made during recording sessions or in my chat, as well as different choices I could have made in general in the past of being a director. And while I don't have any regrets about those decisions, I wish that I had been more assertive about what I stood for and how I wanted to run my team rather than staying silent about issues that mattered. And that is on me for not opening up that dialogue at an earlier time or creating conversations before firing someone at the last minute. Moving forward, I've worked on being more assertive of what I will and will not allow from the people I surround myself with, and making sure that my online work is aligning with my personal ethics. Also, speaking of the ethics of the series, there are multiple aspects that I am not proud of. For example, the diversity of the characters. And even if it's just a small series on the internet, I feel like people need to be seen, and there were not a lot of people of color in the cast, as in the characters, and there were not any LGBTQ plus characters. And even if it wasn't intentional, it is a huge flaw of the series that I do not want to ignore. If I could go back and rewrite the series, I definitely would have made those important points to have. In the past few years, I've been working on being a better ally for different communities, and as I found myself critiquing other entertainment forms for lack of representation of characters, whether that is of characters of color or of LGBTQ plus characters and more, that's a flaw within my own series I've created, and I believe it is fair for me to bring that up, as well as critiquing others for those shortcomings. Definitely when I was in the phase of wanting to write a second season or create another series, I had that in my mind to improve those aspects that I failed on in the past, but those should have been there from the beginning, and I don't want people to feel like they are an afterthought, because that is not fair. Definitely looking back, I wish that I could have made characters that made everyone feel seen, and I sincerely apologize to any person of color, LGBTQ plus person, or any other person in a community that did not feel seen or represented when watching the series or seeing the characters. And I promise that in the future, inclusion will be a top priority for me, and that I will do better as an ally. Another aspect for this decision is it being old work. I know that the people I worked with on my team, my voice actors, body actors, etc., they put so much effort into this series, and I really want to celebrate that hard work, but at the same time, the aspects I worked in, such as writing, my own voice acting for my own character, as well as editing and filming, I know that even though there was an evolution where I got better, it still isn't the quality I want to have out there, and I think it's just best to move on, and by unlisting the videos, voice actors can still have that work up while the series isn't really public domain for everyone. This was a decision, once again, that I thought long and hard about, and I feel like it was best to make and best to talk about it. So thank you for watching throughout this video and getting to the end of it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening or night, and thank you for your support on this decision and on the future.